we are ready to launch Module 3 of starting a business, starting a new small business. Module 1 was, that we did 2 weeks ago, to do or not to do should you start a business. And you know my answer to that question is yes, doing the, what did we share last week, the right product, the right merchandising at the right time to the right audience, with the right strategy. 4 rights that you have to make that work for you. I've launched the businesses in David's Barter community. There's no reason why you can't launch a business and just do what I do. Follow my lead. It's working for me, and if you have the right product and the right service, or right product or right service, or both, there's no reason why you can't create cash flow just like I've been able to create cash flow. And I don't want to say it's simple. Nothing in life really is that simple. But we have simplified the process of starting a business because we have perfected a social marketing, social network technology platform. Module number 2 that we did last week. What were the exact words that I used for module number 2? I want to make sure we give you the right modules. It was your business idea. What is your business idea? Does it bring value into somebody's life, either their personal life or their business? If it doesn't bring value, you're not going to be able to sell it. And not only does it need to bring value, but in the business world, the individual, the business who buys your service or buys your good, they also are going to want to know what kind of return on investment resource are they going to be able to get by making an investment in your product or your service. So you have to bring value, and you have to demonstrate a return on investment value. How are you going to make all of that happen? How, if you've never done a business before, what do you do? Who do you talk to? Well, you can come to David's Barter community and get a lot of information. But module number 3 is finding your team of mentors of entrepreneurship. Finding your team. What is a mentor of entrepreneurship? Kind of a phrase that I coined. A mentor is one who teaches you something. Your parents, your teachers in school, they are mentors that we all naturally come into contact with in our lifetime. Outside of that close circle, if you are starting a business, you have to create a team of mentors. On that team, it is mandatory that a member be an attorney, hopefully a small business attorney who actually focuses on the needs and issues and concerns of small business. It doesn't have to be, but it would be better for an attorney, one who handles business matters as opposed to one who might handle civil matters. Also, an extremely important member of that team is an accountant. In many cases, it's going to be a certified public accountant. Doesn't have to be. Could be a public accountant. And in some cases, I'm sure there are bookkeepers, professional bookkeepers, who can give you good accounting advice. But you need somebody who can help you make important decisions based upon money matters and their legal ramifications thereof. Another mentor of entrepreneurship would be a banker. It would be good to have a banker who just knows the rules of banking, the guidelines of banking. It would even be great if that banker were interested enough in your business idea to loan you money. But I have several banking friends who have never loaned me money. They're still my friends, and I look to them for their expertise about issues of money issues, banking issues. Actually, I've got a very good friend who I've referenced a lot, and also she has. It's been about a year, but for a year, Bonnie Deere, who is at the SBA here in Cincinnati, Small Business Administration. Her background is actually banking. Before she got involved with the Small Business Administration, she was a banker. So she has been a great mentor of mine. Now she mentors me on a lot of issues and concerns about the SBA. Prior to that, well, actually, I didn't know her in her banking days, but she's a great person to have on my team of mentors. I also have a business strategist. Don't refer to that individual a lot because that's what I do, is develop business strategy. I used to have a marketing mentor, but I no longer have that marketing mentor because he gave me bad marketing advice, so I kicked him off my team. He was giving me, I thought he was giving me good advice before I kicked him off. And a technology mentor, that's another team member that I used to have that I had to, oh boy, I had to go to court and sue him to get back equipment of mine that he bought with my credit card. And when it came time to use the equipment and manage the equipment, for some reason he refused, and so I had to go back and get my equipment, and he made me go to court to get my equipment back. What a horrible experience. But I kicked that individual off. Now my mentor provides me a much greater expertise, and that's Curtis, who has developed the social network technology of our community. And Curtis is only 25 years old, but the fact that he has been doing social network technology for 12 or 13 years, he knows what to do, and what he did in the community. And this is pretty fascinating. Every single thing that happens in the community from a technology perspective, he created from line number 1 of code that he wrote. So there are over 50,000 lines of code that makes our community run. And you don't know it by when you go in and you just do the things that we do. And I would go to Curtis and say, I need this as a functionality. This is what I want to do. And so he would go out and build the application from scratch, from zero, and writing code. So that in and of itself is an amazing story. So Curtis is my technology partner. And I think I've pretty much covered them all. Oh, one I didn't cover, and we're going to talk more about this week. I'll go into greater depth of description this week, and that is an insurance broker, a business insurance broker, different than somebody who might sell you life insurance. The reason being, most small businesses are not properly insured in case of loss. And with cyberspace and the internet, there's a whole new area of business insurance that needs to be considered. So it is great, is always great to have a business insurance broker, not somebody necessarily who sells insurance, because unless they're a very, very good friend of yours, they will probably be biased towards the product that they sell. So if you have a broker who they have their own biases, but their biases are more widespread and not necessarily to a single solution. And in fact, if they're a good broker, they will bring to the table a lot of solutions of which you might combine them to get the best results and the best protection that you need for your business. I like to hang close by my two major mentors, and they're big picture mentors, life and business in general, and entrepreneurship and starting a business. This is Michael Gerber, and I'm going to share. I met Michael 2 years ago, and he's done some very, very wonderful things for me in helping the community grow. We're going to talk about this week. We're going to turn to some of Michael's works, his ideas, his thoughts, two books that have a great impact on my thinking. This book, The E-Myth, Why Most Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It. This book was actually a 25th anniversary edition celebrating Michael's E-Myth. The E-Myth book that Michael, the first part of the E-Myth that Michael wrote 25 years ago, has been said to be the most important business book ever written. Folks have said that. So in honor of 25 years of Michael writing that book, he came out with this book, and it's a special edition. He only had printed 5,000 copies of this book, of which I am proud owner number 57 out of 5,000. But we'll share some thoughts in here. Also, Michael wrote a book 2 years ago, The Most Successful Small Business in the World, the 10 Principles. And this book, Inc. Magazine, a great publication. If you don't read it, there's always good information in Inc. INC magazine about business, about starting a business, about growing a business. That Inc. magazine called Michael the world's #1 small business guru. And in a conversation I had with Michael on the internet, at stickham.com, as a matter of fact, it'll be 2 New Year's Eves ago, this coming New Year's Eve. And Michael and I were talking about this book, and I said, Michael, Inc. magazine called you the world's #1 small business guru, and as my mentor, would you would you mentor me in becoming the world's #2 small business guru? And he laughed, uh, and has taken that seriously, because when I visited Michael in the dream room, uh, we had a lot of one-on-one time, and he certainly has mentored me. Whether or not I'm the world's #2 small business guru, I don't think that's important. What is important is the fact that I bring to you every day, literally 24/7, small business experiences of over 40 years. And I've had a lot of successes. I've had a lot of failures, but I've been able to survive and learn from my failures to move on to the next stage, to the next level. So that's what we're going to be discussing this week, finding your team of mentors of entrepreneurship. And finally, to that point, if you know somebody who would be a great mentor of entrepreneurship, please send them to davidsbarter.com/smallbizdavid. Let's go to that page right now. Let's go to that page right now. Let's put some glasses on so you can read. Okay. If you go to davidsbarter.com/smallbizdavid, here's where you go. And in fact, what I am marketing on this page is 10,000 charter lifetime members as mentors of entrepreneurship, who will come in as a mentor of entrepreneurship into the SmallBizDavid Foundation. And not only will they learn our technology, our social marketing, social network technology, and have the opportunity to develop a landing page of their own, they will teach, they will mentor somebody else on how, not just on how to use our community to make a business that cash flows for you, but they will mentor you in entrepreneurship and business in general, because most of the folks who will sign on to become mentors of entrepreneurship will have 20, 30, 40 years of business experiences. So we will be developing in the community a database of mentors of entrepreneurship. Then you will be able to find one and ask them to mentor you. We never should ever stop learning. Learning has to be an ongoing process. And for me, a day is not complete until I've learned something new.